Kidzuko! Welcome to the wild, woolly, what is that thing world of the Creature Cases Top 5!
I'm Detective Sam Snow.
And I'm zoologist Kit Casey. We're agents of CLADE, the Covert League of Animal Detective Experts. And today, we're counting down the top 5 sleepiest creatures!
Sleep. One of my favorite activities. Every creature needs a good rest to recover from a busy day.
Every creature except me. I could stay up all night studying animal sleep habits. Did you know albatrosses can sleep while flying? Or that horses sleep standing up? Or that—
Whoa! Save some facts for the video. And Kit, every creature needs sleep, even you.
Well, I'm not tired at all. In fact, maybe we should pull an all-nighter and count down the top 100, no, 1,000 sleepiest creatures.
Let's stick with 5 for now. Besides, I have a feeling you'll be sleepy sooner than you think.
We'll see about that. Number 5. Sea otters!
Oh, look at them all floating together. Are they sleeping?
Yup. Sea otters are social creatures that like to sleep together in big groups.
So they sleep in the water. That sounds a bit too wet for me. I'll stick to my cozy bed.
You might not like the water, Sam, but for otters, it's their home. Some otters spend their entire lives in the ocean without ever leaving. They sleep, hunt, and are even born in the water.
But the ocean is so big. How do they stick together?
Well, that's exactly why otters are one of our sleepiest creatures. They have a unique way of staying together in the water while they sleep.
Oh, really? How?
Sea otters like to wrap themselves in seaweed and hold on to each other so they don't drift apart. This is called rafting.
So holding hands helps keep them afloat, like a raft. That makes sense.
Exactly. Scientists have seen groups of over 1,000 otters floating together at once.
But it must get so cold in the water. How can they spend so much time in it?
Sea otters have the thickest fur of any animal. The water can get pretty chilly, and since they don't have blubber like whales or seals to keep themselves warm, sea otters need a dense layer of fur.
Like a cozy blanket. Sounds like the perfect way to get to sleep.
Number 4. Ants!
I know all animals need sleep, but I never thought about insects needing it too.
Yeah, and ants have a unique way of sleeping. They don't always sleep at night and stay awake in the day like we do. Instead, ants take power naps.
Power naps? I like the sound of that. How does it work?
Well, instead of sleeping for long periods of time, ants take hundreds of short naps throughout the day.
Why do they do that?
The ants have to keep their colony running at all times, so there always need to be ants that are awake to find food, build their nest, and watch for danger.
So the ants take turns going to sleep while the others work. That makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. And the worker ants take care of everything, so the queen ant has plenty of time to relax.
Does the queen take power naps? Or should I say royal naps?
Sort of. She still naps, but she sleeps much longer than the worker ants. In fact, she sleeps about twice as long as them.
I guess when you're the boss, you can do what you want.
Except for Director Scratch. She always seems to be awake. Number 3. Marmots!
Marmots? Aren't those like giant squirrels?
Yup! Marmots are part of the squirrel family. They're like big, furry ground squirrels that live in the mountains, and they're pros at hibernating.
Hibernating? So that means they sleep all winter, right?
Yup. When it gets cold, marmots doze off into a deep sleep to save energy. In fact, they can hibernate for up to 8 months.
8 months? They're almost missing the entire year. Think of all the holidays they miss out on.
I don't think they mind. They're pretty happy during hibernation. They cozy up in their burrows, slow their heart rates down, and barely move at all.
So, no food, no water, no, bathroom breaks?
Actually, they do wake up for bathroom breaks, but only every couple of weeks.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Marmots spend the warmer months eating as much as they can, storing up fat to survive the winter. While hibernating, they live off that stored fat.
It's like a built-in snack stash. I wouldn't mind that.
Me neither. Another thing that helps marmots during hibernation? Cuddling. Marmots cuddle together in their burrows, which helps them stay warm during the winter.
A marmot slumber party. But I'd probably miss the sun after all that time underground.
Don't you worry. When spring arrives, they wake up and head right back outside to soak up all that sun.
You know, hibernating doesn't sound too bad. I mean, who wouldn't love a long, cozy nap?
Count me out. I'm still more awake than ever. In fact, that leads perfectly to our next creature. Number 2. Dolphins!
Dolphins? What makes them one of our sleepiest creatures? They seem so active.
They are. Dolphins are super playful and energetic, but they need to rest to keep up all that energy. And the way they sleep is super fascinating.
Really? How do they sleep?
Dolphins developed an amazing adaptation called unihemispheric sleep.
What now?
Unihemispheric sleep. It means that only one half of their brain sleeps at a time. While one half of their brain rests, the other half stays awake. That way, they can stay alert for predators, look for food, and keep swimming while they rest.
But why do they need to do that? Can't they just find a cozy spot on the ocean floor?
Dolphins are mammals, so even though they spend their life in the water, they still need to come up for air to breathe.
Ah, I see. So this way they can sleep, swim, and breathe at the same time.
Exactly. And did you know that while the left half of their brain sleeps, their right eye stays open? And when the right half is asleep, their left eye stays open.
That's amazing. If I could sleep with one eye open, I'd never miss a clue again.
And the dolphins take turns napping, so there's always someone awake to keep watch and stay alert for predators.
Oh, that is so smart.
Maybe I should start sleeping like a dolphin. If I stay awake all the time, I'd be a non-stop research machine. I could learn about every single animal in the entire world. I could...
Oh, Kit.
Oops, I got a bit carried away. And now, it's time for our number 1 creature. The first 4 are going to be hard to top.
Sea otters, ants, marmots, dolphins. Who could be sleepier than them?
Drumroll, please. Koalas!
No surprise there. I had a feeling those fluffy little guys would be on our list.
Yup. Koalas are the undisputed sleep champions. In fact, they can sleep for up to 22 hours every day.
22 hours? But that's basically the entire day. How can they get anything done?
Well, luckily, koalas don't have a lot to do. They mostly just sleep.
But what about the times they are awake? What do they do then?
Eat. Koalas love to munch on eucalyptus leaves.
Eucalyptus leaves? But aren't those poisonous? They can't be very good for the koalas.
Luckily, the koalas have a special digestive system that breaks down the poison, so it doesn't hurt them.
But are the leaves even healthy for them?
Well, they're not exactly a superfood. Eucalyptus leaves are pretty low in nutrients, which is why koalas sleep so much. They need all that energy to digest their food.
So they spend most of their time sleeping just to eat food, and then that food makes them sleep even more.
Professional sleepers. Sounds like your dream.
Speaking of dreaming, I think it's time to get ready for bed.
Not me, Sam. I'm still just as awake as ever.
You sure about that, Kit? Even if I let out a big yawn?
Well, maybe just a quick power nap, but only for a few minutes.
Sleep tight, Kit.
And that's the end of this Creature Case's Top 5. But the adventure doesn't stop there. We want you to add to the list. What other sleepy creatures can you think of?
Tune in to our next Top 5 to see what kind of creatures we discover next.
See you then!
Don't forget to check out some of the other fun videos on Kidzuko.